been a while since I've done one of these. It's been 2 or 3 weeks. So we're going to kick off with chapter 15 of the tour of Europe. We are still driving the glorious Volvo. Hey King, you suck. Glad you're tuning in, man. How have you been? It's been a while since I've heard from you. How's your recovery going? While I wait for a reply, I will look for a job. We're still in France. That'll take us up to the Netherlands. Same old. Okay. Are you feeling any better or just the same? I hope you're doing better. In a bit of time now. I know your recovery's slow, but I didn't think you meant that slow. Good, good, good. That's what I like to hear, man. That's awesome. Right, I think we're gonna pick that job. France through Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands. I think that's a good job. How do I get out of here? Alright, there. Right. I am as well. One of the things I'm looking forward to the most is the data wipe. That's one thing I'm really excited for.
Keep left. There. Turn left.
Yeah, it is. I've actually had issues with my Tobii Eye Tracker, which is why I haven't been as active recently. It's really hard for me to go back. Yeah, I'm totally stoked for the wipes as well. I'm really excited for it. Like, it's gonna be like a huge activity increase. It's gonna suck for the first few weeks though, because we're gonna have a lot of griefing going on. Because there'll be a lot of people that's upset about what they've lost. And yeah, it generally leaves bad flavor in people's mouths, and they don't know how to deal with it, so they take it out on everyone else, which sucks. A little bit further. There we go. Right. We're turning right out of here. Oh wow, this is heavy. I didn't even check the weight. I'm gonna guess by how much it's pulling. It's maybe around 18 ton. I honestly didn't say, so I have no idea. But it just feels like 18 ton. I can't see on that side at all. No, I need to be in the left-hand lane. I'm turning left further up. But yeah, one of the other things I'm looking forward to as well is, like, I've had like way too much money in Star Citizen, and I've owned pretty much all of the ships. And the problem is with me is there's no drive for me to do anything. I'm not having to earn anything. I'm not getting excited about doing anything in game, because I had all the components, like literally. I could go on right now and show you that I've got bulks of 50 of everything. Just so I could try out different configurations with different ship loadouts and stuff. I'm gonna go from like something like 30 something ships down to like 5. Well, 4, because one's a tank. Well, that took a while to turn there. got no drop frames, which is good. Just checking the health of the stream. Right, so it's a 31 around here. Okay, so I'm going a little bit too slow. Like I said, I haven't played this in a little bit. So it's just familiarizing myself. In that case, it's not going to make that much of a difference for you. So, you know, it's not too bad. Whereas me, it means I'm losing a lot, but I kind of like the fact that I'm going to be losing almost everything. It's going to suck for events, because I'm not going to have the ships and stuff to use in those events. And I won't be able to be the backup guy anymore. Oh, we're in a 50 zone now. But I kind of like the idea that I'd probably be stepping down a little bit when it comes to certain aspects of the different events and stuff that we would host. But I think it's going to be cool. And we'll have something to strive for again, which I think we've needed for a long time, and I'm really, really excited for the medical gameplay. Like, I wasn't at first, I wasn't really that bothered about it, and I kind of thought, oh, you know, kind of wish we had something different, but I'm kind of like looking at it now going, you know what it is? It's different enough. Like, sure, it's not the best game loop they could have put in. They could have definitely put in a better game loop, but me, I don't think it's all that bad. I think there's definitely far worse things they could add in. So I don't know. It's just going to be something fresh, something new to play with, and I'm hoping that each patch from now on is a different form of gameplay, because like we've seen salvage come and go on the roadmap for years now, and we're still yet to get tier 0 of that being implemented. But hopefully we start getting more game loops and more functional gameplay added for each update, rather than just sorry, I was checking my fuel there. Rather than maybe once a year. Sorry, Minnie, but I seen you last minute. Don't. It was. Don't read your Twitch chat and drive while going around corners. It's really hard to read because it's so far away. It's on my other monitor, and yeah.
Continue straight.
I got a bit of straight road here. Yeah, I get that. And easy. Thanks for the look, man. I really appreciate it. Okay, so it's green on here, flashing green, that's cool. 18 miles per hour, okay. Practically killed like all of my momentum, but okay, we'll do it. I don't think it will be medical on ourselves. Oh shit, what am I doing? I'm not in UK. Totally losing track of my my concentration. It's fine, nothing was coming, no one's seen it anyway. I don't think it'll be purely on ourselves, because they've mentioned NPCs and being able to heal NPCs, and NPCs being able to heal us. But I don't think it's going to be just... I think there's got to be something, because like when we got mining tier 0, it meant we could go mining. When we got bounty hunting tier 0, it meant we could go bounty hunting. So there's got to be some form of gameplay tied to it. I don't think it's just going to be tied to healing ourselves. There's got to be more to it for it to be the first iteration, because the first iteration is basically the foundation for everything else that comes and follows. which is why I think they're struggling with salvage. But I think they need server meshing and the physicalized inventory anyway before they bring in salvage. Plus, I think there's a lot of back-end stuff that, like, I think they overestimate, underestimate how much work a certain thing requires. And they're, like, really, really over-ambitious, and it's not until, like, the different teams are, like, tackling the core subject that they're kind of like, actually, this is way more than we thought. This is not going to be done anywhere near in time. It's either going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be a painful process or a painless process. Meshing servers, as long as they have moved everything over from the legacy over to the new iCache system, it should work okay. That's if they've managed to drag everything over, which it sounds easy, but it sounds easier than it actually is. Because if you're missing even one command line of a program, it's not going to work properly, and that'll cause other bugs because certain processes won't happen or be as predictable, or a program won't work as well. You know, you get the picture. But yeah, but it depends. If they've done all of the back end work and they've tested it thoroughly, then I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. I think it'll definitely create new problems that we don't foresee yet, but I think it will fix a lot of issues, and it will give us the core game that we definitely need.
Continue.
Yeah, overall, I think I'm looking fairly optimistic on it, because each update now seems to be better than the previous. Like back in 3.9, there was a 30k every 15 minutes. Didn't matter what server you hopped on, didn't matter what time you hopped on the server, you were guaranteed a 50k, a 30k rather. And it just caused issues because, like, you didn't keep any of your progress either. The whole servers getting wiped and the database getting wiped, that was just a quarterly thing. That happened every quarter, that happened every update. Whereas now it's, ooh shit, I went a little bit too fast around that corner. I didn't realize that corner was as tight. It didn't look like it on the map. I carried way too much speed around that corner.
In 50 feet.
But no, I think 3.9 was very bad. 3.10 was more stable, but lacked any gameplay because they got rid of all of the logistics and cargo, which was the biggest thing in 3.9. 3.11 things were once again a little bit better. They introduced the cargo decks. 3.12 they brought in the gas clouds with the refinery decks. Then 3.13 it went stale again. 3.14 even more stale. However, much more of a stable patch. And you're only talking in the space for a year. Like 3.9 was what, June last year? So in the space of a year, we've gone from having 30Ks every 15 minutes to maybe a 30K every 3 hours. So, you know, they are getting to the root of the problem, be it at a slow pace, but it's still solid progress. And if that's anything to go by, I don't think server meshing is going to be as big of a problem. But one of those things we just won't know until we get it. I'm trying to keep as fairly optimistic as I can. Because it's quite easy. That guy's let me out. Thank you. It's quite easy to get burned out, especially by the progress, because there's quite a lot of people that don't really talk about the quality or the progress in a good way. They always want more, and what we get isn't enough. And at times it does feel like that, and it is hard to forget about all of the core background stuff that they do add to the game. And to those that don't know, I'm talking about Star Citizen. It's one of my biggest passion games. It's why I know quite a fair bit about it, and me and my friend, we run a Discord group fully for that game. It's a great community. D King is part of that community. He is our science expert. But no, it's great. And there goes my Gilded off in the background, which I forgot to mute. Oh, yeah, I couldn't. I was not expecting that, and I didn't want to cut the outside because I wasn't sure if there was any traffic. I seen the inside the mirror on my left there. That guy's gonna let me pull out. Thank you. That's very kind of you to let me back out, because I could have totally wiped out your car and everyone else is there. Yeah, for those that aren't familiar with this series, because I started this before I joined the Wolfpack. Basically, this game is more of a background type thing. I talk over the top. People can get to know me. People can ask questions. We can talk about anything you want. You're just along for the ride. You kind of just keep me company, sitting in the left-hand seat. Yes, I drive right-handed. The reason why? British, if you haven't already figured. I don't know what would really give it away at all. I've got no clue what might give that away. But no, come chat. Go and grab some food, get some snacks, have a drink, you know, come chill with me. You know, pick up your favorite beverage of choice. I don't know. But yeah, just come hang out, chillax. It's pretty cool. It's always relaxed here. Got some nice tunes going. Not that you can hear them because I'm talking over the top of them, but you know. But no. Star Citizen, great game. It's got flaws, like most games. It is an alpha, and very well aware of how long it's been an alpha. However, I do believe within the next couple of years we're going to see a beta, because we've got crap, I forgot what they're called now. We've got a couple of other studios working on other star systems for the game. So we're getting progress. We're getting huge amounts of progress. And because they've offloaded some of the workflow to other studios to do some of the work, it means that we're gonna get a substantial increase in productivity in relation to the game development. So I'm hoping within the next couple of years we see a beta. But like I don't want to think like 10 years down the line I'm still playing an alpha. Like I want to be playing Star Citizen in 10 years. That is my goal. That is what I want to do. I want to be playing Star Citizen as a complete game with my friends in a fully fledged space simulator. I'm having fun the next 10 years. rather than playing something that's buggy, that's not quite finished. But yeah, I think within the next couple of years we're going to see beta, and then... Oh, my guy's tired. Dude, it's only like 4:15 in the afternoon. I told you about going to sleep. What is going on with my right mirror there? Some weird artifacts going on. Okay, we're going straight on. It's funny, seeing signs or places that you know in real life. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time. For some people, it's just, you know, what's significant about that? Well, you know, it is. I'm easily pleased. If you can't tell, my glasses have done that weird dodgy thing again, where they've fallen to bits. I'm gonna have to take them off. I know. It's pretty weird setup I've got going on with my glasses. I was running around like a headless chicken. I think it was either last week or the week before. Preparing for a stream, and I was trying to sort out some cables underneath my desk and accidentally hit the corner of my face off the side of my desk and broke my glasses. Both the arms have snapped off. So I kind of fixed them into, well, I kind of fixed one leg into position. Like, I don't know. I kind of just balanced them on my face, but however, with me talking, it kind of moves the arm or the leg around, to the point where it eventually falls off. So, yeah, I can just about make out the different speed limits and stuff. Chat's a bit blurry, not gonna lie about that. So I might actually have to pause to read comments, unfortunately. But I have another eye test booked in on the 30th of this month. So hopefully like a week or two after that appointment I should be able to get some new glasses, and I'm also thinking about getting contact lenses as well. Just, I don't like the idea of breaking glasses. Like, I've had these for, I don't know how long. I've still got like my old frames. I don't know what kind of frame style I'll be going for with my new glasses, but obviously you will all know, because you'll see. Yeah, it sucks. Like, my vision's not the best. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not stupidly bad, but I just can't see a great deal of detail within what I can see. I can make out objects, no problem. But when it comes to letters or anything written, any kind of detailing, it's really hard for me to pick up on it. But, like, although I can't read text that's on my secondary monitor, which is like 2 foot away from my eyes, maybe 2.5 feet, I can see my son at like 50 yards away. For our metric friends, my monitor is probably around about 70 centimeters away. Correct? Yeah, somewhere around that, yeah. And my son being 50 yards, that's probably about 41 meters. Somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm not really good at the conversion. Trying to get better at it. I know we do use metric in the UK, but we also use imperial because we haven't fully converted over. We kind of use both universally. It's weird. But it's just one of those things. I'm great at some things like millimeters and stuff. I'm great with that. Anything under a foot, I can do centimeters. Anything over a foot, and I go straight to imperial. I measure in feet or inches. If it's less than a foot, it's centimeters and millimeters, because it's a more accurate way of measuring. Unless you're going into like machining, then you know you're talking thou of an inch. Which one of my friends who passed away last year, he showed me how to use a lathe, which was super cool. But yeah, learning like a new skill and a new way of measuring was quite cool. It was something I never thought of before. What did I get struck for? I'm not going past the I don't know. I keep hearing the noise of me supposedly getting paid or getting fined, but I'm not going past the speed limit. I'm not hitting anyone. I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But it's one of those things. Yeah. D-King, where do you think we'll see the game in a year's time in relation to Star Citizen? What do you think will be the biggest changes to come? See, once again, I don't understand
Navigation resumed.
what I'm paying for. Oh. The bed was behind us, apparently. Isn't it? No. Kinda came through the wrong area, though. Right, where's this? There it is. There's the sleeping area. Right. Right. Plug break on, and we'll go to sleep. Right, night time. Power back on. Plug break off. Lights on. Should be good to go. Nice chilled night. Empty roads. Oh, I think I've got something on my ass. I can't tell. Do I not? What the hell? Oh, it was a police car. What do you know? Oh, there was a perfect area to sleep over here as well. Oh well. Doing okay for fuel. I think we're doing okay for time. Be in the left-hand lane here. Yeah.
Continue straight.
My viewers, man. Thanks. It's awesome. Really appreciate everyone who's come to join me on my epic trucking journeys. Um, I just thought, you know, it's been a while. I am trying to do that thing that Merc has said where stick to one game for a month. Kind of can, but at the same time, like, this is just one of those games where I just like to share it with others because it's such a nice, relaxing game. And it's one of those games where it doesn't take a huge amount of concentration. Like, when I'm playing Splitgate, I find it really, really hard to talk to people because I'm so engrossed in what's going on. And because it's such a fast-paced game, like, I can't check my chat every 2 seconds. Like, I struggle to check the chat with this, purely because I've got to keep my eyes on the road, but it's one of those things. I don't know, I just feel more natural at streaming this than... Like, I don't think I'm awkward or shy when I'm streaming other things, but this one, I feel more in my element when I'm streaming it, because it just, I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that I don't really need to do anything, and when you're on a long car journey, or a truck journey, or whatever, you kind of just talk to the person that sits next to you. So, you guys are the guys sitting in my left-hand seat. Which is cool. I really appreciate everyone that's come to watch and to join in. I genuinely do appreciate it. You guys are the guys that keep me going doing this. It's become a new hobby as well as a passion. And I'm up to 70 followers now. That's insane. Like, legitimately insane. And what's more insane about that is I try and take the time to get to know each of you. I have at least spoken to each one, I believe, at least once. Some of you I've talked to many times. A lot of you are also my friends. People I play games with, people I stream with, people I've talked to in other streams. So, you know, it's a great community, and I love sharing games with people. Like, even if people are streaming things that I've never played or had any interest in, like Fortnite. I'm rubbish at Fortnite. I don't mind the game. I think it's a cool game, and I love the concept of it. It's why I play Call of Duty Warzone. Because the basic principles of what make Fortnite great is also in that, which some people might actually hate me for saying. Obviously you can't go around building things, but you know, the basics of the game rules are there. I don't know if Fortnite was the first one to do it or not. It was just the first one that I knew of that did that. The whole Battle Royale thing. I think it's great. I do. It might have been PUBG. PUBG was around the same time. I don't know. I don't know which one's first, and I'm not going to get into that debate because I'm not even that bothered, but you just know what I'm saying. But I'm rubbish at that. I mean, I'm rubbish at Splitgate. I give it a good go. I enjoy it, and I enjoy playing it with other people because it's other people that make it an enjoyable experience. And that's what I love about gaming. It doesn't really matter if you're good or if you're rubbish. As long as you're doing it with the right people, it's fun. It's something that everyone can enjoy. And there's a game for everybody. Like some people that I know, they absolutely think this game's boring. It's a load of crap. It's you're doing nothing. To me, a nice open road, you know, saying, you know, places where I wouldn't be able to normally visit. That's awesome. Every now and again, I kind of play the game a little bit differently. Like, I try and time myself on how quick I can get somewhere, without following all of the different, obviously, laws of the road. Oh. Yeah, I knew we were gonna hit that. Seen that last second. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Well, That's a thing that happens in my stream. See? Also not a very good driver. It's not just Splitgate. Realistically, I should have just went right and bit the bullet and just, yeah, just not paying attention. Yeah. But no, you play the games you want to play, you play them your way, as long as your style of gameplay doesn't impact on anyone else in a negative way, go for it. Do it. Some people don't like mods, some people don't like cheats, but you know, if you're playing a single player game and you're doing it for the fun factor and not necessarily trying to beat the game, or you're trying to beat the game in a totally different way than what was originally purposed for the game, cool, go for it. As long as it's nothing competitive, as long as it's nothing that impacts on someone else's gameplay. I mean, there is multiplayer games which allow mods. Like it's finally getting multiplayer. Multiplayer for the longest time for this game was a mod. Truckers MP was an extension. It was a mod built by the community, and the game developers have recognized it as being like a huge, probably bigger than the game. The mods for this game have actually made this game what it is today, and it's what's keeping this game going. Of course, because I'm streaming, I'm playing this in vanilla, because if someone sees this, and obviously I've heavily modified it and I've put like crazy textures and stuff on, people be like, oh, that's a really cool game, I'm gonna download it, and then my game looks different than theirs. Or people, you know, might tune in and go, oh, he's using mods, he's cheating, he's doing this, he's doing that, and it might deter some people, so I tend not to play with mods or cheats or anything like that in games that I stream, purely because, you know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I wouldn't cheat in any online games though. That's a direct no-no. I mean, to be fair, that the anti-cheat these days is great. There are a few games which really need an anti-cheat system. I'm not going to mention what games, but yeah, there's a few that need it, definitely. It's a pain, and it does ruin the experience for everybody. Speaking of ruining the experience for everybody, though, I had my first game of Rocket League today. I played a total of 3 matches. My team won all 3. And I think I scored a total of 3 or 4 goals. Obviously between all 3 matches, so I didn't do anything like substantial. But I did learn that it's a very frustrating game. What on earth happened with my dashboard there? I think I've got a critical error with my truck. I think I need to go and get this thing serviced. I'll do that after this job, though. I'll do that in the final city, as long as we're not going to have any major issues up until then. I'm hoping that we can make it to the drop-off without any major instances. I do believe I have simulated damage on. I don't have the traffic fences on, I don't think. Well, of course I don't, because that crash I would have gotten fined for the car that I went into.
Continue straight.
Yeah, I think I've got some damage on, I can't remember. But no, one thing I've learned about Rocket League, highly competitive, easily gets you annoyed. I'll give you the scenario of how I got annoyed playing Rocket League for the first time. I'm no pro, but I had the ball heading directly for an open goal. And I was maybe like 3/4 down the pitch, near the goal, and someone on my team comes in from the side, jumps, and knocks the ball off course. And I'm just like, but it was heading for the goal. Like, all of the guys were behind me. It was like it was gonna go in for sure. Like it was not gonna go in. I consider myself to be very like laid back, not really competitive. Like I don't have a competitive edge. I don't take anything seriously. Something about Rocket League brought out a part of me that I had never even seen before. And that's funny. Because there's no sports that I'm really like overly passionate about. Like, I like Formula 1, but at the end of the day I don't really care who wins. Because I'm enjoying the sport more than supporting anyone really. Like, I don't really support anybody in Formula 1. I just love Formula 1. Something about Rocket League that brings out this weird, I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna stream it. I think me, Sin, and Papa are gonna play it at some point soon. I think we've said Saturday or Sunday. I can't really remember. Yeah, something's going on with my truck. I'm losing power. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get this thing serviced pronto. Right, I need to find a city. Okay, so we've got... Are we there already? Wait, what job's this? This isn't the one I picked, is it? I don't think so. I'm so confused. I'm almost certain we were down in this area, and I'm pretty sure we were heading up to... I have no idea what's going on right now. We're 45 minutes in, so we're not far off the drop-off point anyway. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even know where we're going. An interesting one, right? So, yeah. Maybe I picked up the wrong cargo. I don't know. I thought I selected the right one. Car got a carbon fiber roof? Look like it. Interesting. I wonder how much the truck damage is going to cost me. I kind of wish they would do something that would show damage to the truck, like in a physical way. Where you can physically see it. Sorry, I meant like in a cosmetic way. So I think that would be really cool, and I wish we could get like tires blowing out and stuff. It would add to a level of... Because at the minute, the only time you know you've got a problem is when you get lights on your dash, which obviously same with the car, but you don't feel anything. Like there's no noticeable sign. Like every now and again your car or truck will cut out.
Turn right.
I'm not on a server. I'm not on multiplayer, unfortunately. I've been wanting to do multiplayer. I do have Truckers MP
Continues.
installed. But I just haven't really done it. I'm more frightened of pretty much getting like torpedoed by other trucks, because, well, you know what it's like in Truckers MP. It's quite hectic.
Continues.
So we're going now. Thanks for coming to tune in, man. What server do you usually play on? Oh, well, I'm green. Yeah, come on, truck. Please don't do this. Thank you. Yeah, we need to go and get that sorted. You missed it, but I had a crash earlier on, and my truck
Turn left.
just, yeah, it's not a happy bunny, so I'm gonna try and do my best to get it
Turn left.
fixed when I drop the cargo off. Nice easy drop off.
Have arrived.
Right, good work. It's not excellent. Obviously, yeah, damage penalty. Ouch. Okay. Right, so we're gonna drive and we're gonna go and get this thing serviced. Right.
Navigation resumed. Turn right. Then turn right. Turn right.
I haven't actually tried out the in-game multiplayer yet. Have you had a chance to try it out, or like I've seen a few streamers doing like convoys and stuff with the in-game. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? I think it's actually called Convoy or something. But I've seen a couple of streamers using it. But I haven't had a chance to play with it yet.
Then turn left.
I probably would have jumped on it when I was with Viva Trucking back in the day. I've got no one to play with at the minute. Oof. Ah man, chassis is 42, wheels are 34. No, cabin's 34, sorry, wheels are 16. Just chassis, man. Oh, it's $3,000. What was even the point in doing that job? I think what else I'll do as well is there a gas station around? Doesn't look like it, does it? What's there? That one? Yeah, maybe? No. Different symbol. Yeah, so we haven't got a gas station. So what I'll do is I'll just I'll end it here. So I'll just park up next to these guys. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. Button break on. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on another chapter. I think I've called this, yes, chapter 15. We're really gonna have to start making money, because we've just lost a huge amount of money on one crash. I think I've got realistic fueling on as well. The only thing I don't have on, I think, is just the fines. I think that's the only thing I haven't got on. I think I've got everything else turned on. Yeah, that crash really wiped us out this time, and it was all because it just wasn't giving my attention. So that's really hurt our goal. Yeah. So basically, for those that haven't been watching the previous chapters, I started from scratch with nothing on this career path. Working from the ground up, I want to obviously build up my trucking fleet, get as many trucks and stuff. I'll probably play it till, I don't know, I complete 2 garages, because beyond that, you know, it's the same thing. So I don't want to play this game forever and a day. I'll get it to a point where people fully understand. But yeah. So we've expanded the garage. So now we can house up to 3 trucks. So I need 2 other trucks. What I will be doing is saving up for a better truck than what I've got now. I will transfer to the new truck. I will hire someone to drive this truck, and we'll just keep going from there. I think 2 garages. Yeah, no, I think a fully upgraded garage with 5 people, so me plus 3 others, would be cool. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do with it. But anyway, thank you to those that have joined me through this journey. It's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you all next time. This is Lance Operative signing off.